Good evening. How are you?
I'm terrific. Go ahead. Siobhan, this is Ivor. He's been a friend of my uncle's for about 20 years. Ivor, Siobhan Ryan.
Hi, Ivor.
Nice to meet you, Miss Ryan. I hope we see you often. Tiso's been asking about you if we'd heard from you.
Was he here?
Yeah, sure. Let me seat you and I'll tell him you're here.
Not here, if you don't mind, Ivor. The table in the corner.
You got it. Step this way.
Thank you. I like corners, too. You feel safer. I mean, more of a sense of security. Snug, like a cave. Your own space?
I didn't want to sit in front of them.
Who?
The couple over my shoulder.
Why not?
They're having the fish stew, which is a house specialty and deserves their attention, and they would have been distracted.
By what? That's incredible.
You.
Me?
You're incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
Are you hungry?
No.
I am. When's your uncle gonna come out?
Soon.
You know, lust seems to make you laconic or monosyllabic or something. See? Yeah, well, you know, I used to think this is the most tacky kind of no-class behavior.
What?
Kissing in restaurants. I can't stop.
Oh, don't.
May I take your order? Unless you want a few more minutes to consider.
Oh, no. No, thanks. I mean, we'd like to order now, if we may. Wouldn't we?
You bet.
Only we haven't even seen a menu yet.
You can't.
We have no written menu. I tell you what's available, and then I offer recommendations, if you wish.
Oh, I do wish. What's wonderful?
Life is wonderful. Love is wonderful. Also, what is wonderful is the stuffed sea bass.
What's it stuffed with?
It's shrimp, celery, onions, a little green pepper, and lots of parsley. My special recipe.
Okay. Tell me about the fish stew.
Well, most nights it's wonderful, but tonight I'm not so sure.
What happened?
We have no red snapper. How can you make a stew without red snapper? You can't. Forget it.
I'm not gonna forget about it. I'll have the stew and the salad.
This man has a will of iron. You can't tell him anything.
He's got your number.
But I can talk to you. Take my recommendation. You won't be disappointed. You want the salad, too?
Yeah, please.
And the house dressing?
Yeah. And a bottle of good white Burgundy.
Right away. Back to business.
Does he mean us?
I think so. Sometimes I listen to his advice.
What's his name?
Oh, Boots. Yeah, they call him Boots.
Oh, Boots. Like the, like...
Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's a story about him. When he was a young man, he was having trouble with some guy in his line of work. So he wrapped a chain around his ankles up to his knees, dropped him in the river. But it isn't true.
How do you know?
He told me. I've known Boots all my life. He's never lied to me.
Oh.
When you hear a bad rap about somebody, you know it isn't true because you've been there. You know how it is. Especially if the person is someone you love and trust.
Like your uncle?
Yeah.
Well, I hope he gets out here quick because I'm starting to get nervous.
some easier way than these awful back roads?
I already told you no. This isn't a joyride, you know.
Oh, I'm well aware of that, believe me.
Ray, please, just try to relax.
I don't know what we're doing this for anyway. What possible reason could they have to going out to her beach house?
Well, they haven't been anyplace else. Listen, if you have a better idea, please tell me. We'll just turn the car on and go back to New York.
After driving for almost 2 hours?
I was being sarcastic.
Well, don't try. You're not very good at it.
It's only a few more miles. We'll be there any minute.
You've been saying that for the last half hour.
I know what I'm doing, Ray.
If you had known what you were doing,
Hey,
we
Ray,
wouldn't have...
Now, please, don't start. I know what you're going through, and I've been putting up with it all evening, but I have to tell you that I am just on the edge myself, and I am not in a mood for another one of your lectures about my relationship with Jillian, so please, just knock it off, all right? We're almost there.
This isn't happening.
No?
He couldn't. Maybe...
What?
Maybe they're not together. We don't know for sure.
Right. Frank leaves to say goodbye to Jillian. You haven't heard from him for hours. She leaves for the airport. She never picks up her bags at the apartment. She never gets to the plane. Nobody's heard from her for hours.
Well, maybe...
They're together.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we both do. In any event, we'll find out soon enough.
Hi.
Hi.
Lantern's out.
Do you want me to go see if I can...
Nope. Nope. The moonlight is enough.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Hey, do you want me to go back inside and you can have a couple more minutes out here?
No. I just needed to catch my breath.
Yeah, a lot is happening so fast.
And talk about making up for lost time, huh?
I don't understand it.
I'm not sure if I want to.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about what you said.
I said a lot of things tonight.
I mean, am I willing to give up what I could lose politically by us being together?
Because of Ray.
Yeah.
And?
The answer is yes. It won't be easy. Ray could hurt me if she wanted to. I don't believe she would, but I do believe I can make it alone.
Not alone.
But I'm not worried about my career right now. Whatever happens with that happens.
It's Ray.
Yeah. Look, I don't think it's fair for me to be talking to you about that.
Hey, it's my life too.
I don't think you would want to hear it.
Frank, don't protect me. You know me better than that.
I don't know. Ray's given me so much. She's loved me. She's been through a very important part of my life. She's helped me through some very hard times. She's given me everything she could, and it should have been enough. It wasn't. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just wrong from the start. I don't know. I do know that it never felt right. It never felt right the way you and I were. The way you and I are now. I shouldn't make comparisons like that. But I did. I always would.
But you were going to marry her.
Yeah. We would have been married, went back to Washington with John O. We would have been very happy together. I loved her. I probably always will, but it would have been a very good life. But Jill, it would have been a second choice. Somewhere, I would always be remembering you, missing you, and wondering.
Now do you think you'll wonder about your life with her?
Maybe. Probably.
Well, it sounds as if we've decided already.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt her. I know she loves me, but I can't live with the second choice. I won't. It wouldn't be fair to any of us.
You think she'll understand that?
Jill, I love you. We are going to be together. I have missed you so much.
You know I can't walk that fast in these shoes. What are you trying to do?
Get you as far away from the Ryans as fast as I could.
Oh, just when it was getting good, too.
By good, I assume you mean that Pat Ryan was feeling miserable.
I'm not going to talk to you.
The consummation devoutly to be wished.
What?
I said swell.
You know, you can be really mean sometimes. Here I am all happy with my plans working out just wonderfully, and you're just being a big old...
You really don't understand why I'm angry, do you?
I think you feel sorry for Pat.
Think.
He's all right. He'll get over it.
You know, Delia, I wish I could believe that you were capable of taking an honest look at what you've been doing.
I know what I've been doing. I've gone to a lot of trouble to introduce Nancy Feldman to a nice Jewish doctor and made Maeve and Johnny and the Feldmans much happier because of it.
You've been meddling in things that are none of your business. And you've been hurting people. Dave Feldman is in the hospital right now recovering from a stroke because of you. This very moment, Pat Ryan is as sad and miserable as I've ever seen anyone because of you.
I'm sorry about Dave. But he's getting better. And Pat will, too. He and Nancy never would have lasted.
You don't know that.
I do. The Feldmans would have been unhappy, the Ryans would have been unhappy, and I saved them all from that.
You can't see into the future. You're not God, Delia.
Well, you aren't either, so how do you know everything I've done has been so rotten?
It's not just what you've done. That's bad enough. It's that you're not capable to be able to comprehend that you shouldn't have been involved in any of it.
Oh, I get it. I'm supposed to just stand around and let Pat marry Nancy Feldman and break his mother's heart.
You still don't see.
I'm not doing anything bad.
Delia, your concern is not for the Ryans or for the Feldmans. It's for yourself.
For myself.
You are obsessed with you and your need for the Ryans.
Roger, I've known Maeve and Johnny my whole life. And Pat and Siobhan and Mary and Frank. But of course I care about them and I want them to be my friends, most of them.
Need them and you want them.
You're making it sound funny.
It isn't funny, Delia. It's sick.
No, you asked Dr. Pagano. I'm better.
I think you should ask Dr. Pagano. I'm also wondering, isn't there a little bit of revenge in all of this?
Revenge?
Yeah, isn't there a little reward for breaking up Pat's latest romance?
Roger, that's terrible. I love you. Patty's years ago.
But he did see through you, and he walked out on you.
This has nothing to do with Pat. I did it for Maeve.
As you do a great deal of things in your life, for Maeve, for Johnny, for Pat.
You're making it bad.
Well, may I ask you a question?
What?
We both know the incredible amount of time and energy and creative thought that you put into Pat and Maeve these last few weeks. Now, I'm wondering if you can recall how much time and energy that you put into our relationship in the same period of time.
I don't know.
We never managed our cruise to the Caribbean.
Well, Maeve was in trouble and we're fine.
We're not fine, Delia, if I'm as angry as I am.
Well, you don't have to stay angry, do you?
I will be if you keep this up.
Roger, I don't understand what you want.
I want you and me and our marriage to be the first consideration on your mind.
But it is. It always is.
Can't you ask Ivor where he is?
Oh, Tizo? Oh, he knows we're here. It just means he's in the back taking care of business.
Restaurant business?
That's a kitchen, Siobhan. No gambling, loan sharking, dope, or prostitution on the premises.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to sound like that.
Don't look like that. I was kidding.
How was everything?
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you. Right about the fish.
Wrong about the stew. It was great.
He has no palate.
What'd you do to that stuffing?
You like to cook?
When I have time.
I use a little marjoram and a lot of parsley. You're not having any dessert.
Only because there's no room.
Next time, cheesecake.
Okay.
You want a real lecture? Ask him about the fish stew.
If she wants to know more about the fish stew, she can come here some afternoon and I'll show her. Words don't express it.
To a very special dinner. Thank you.
You're welcome. You must come back.
Thank you for introducing us this way.
His choice.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Novotny. I'm Siobhan Ryan.
Pleasure for me, too. You're a very smart young lady, and you appreciate my cooking.
That isn't hard.
You must forgive us for our little game. I like to observe people when they don't know who I am. And I like people to get to know me when the introduction isn't influenced by something they've read in the newspapers.
I can understand that. I'm pleased that you took the trouble.
Well, I knew you were special.
Oh, how did you know that?
When Joe comes in here and sits down at the family table with a young lady, I know she's special. And you are. I approve.
Now, who could that be?
You don't think?
Are you coming in?
Yes.
Jill.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, just give me a minute. You have the key?
Of course.
Where's the light switch?
Power must be off.
Well, they're obviously not here. This was obviously a complete waste of time.
Maybe upstairs.
They're not here, Seneca. There's no car outside. There's no electricity. You made a mistake, accept it gracefully.
Well, where are they?
I don't know.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they're not together after all.
I wish I could believe that.
Yeah, me too.
He went back to her. You know, somehow I always knew, damn it. Why couldn't he just let her go?
He never did. We both knew that.
No.
Well, I guess we just better turn around and go back to the city.
Then what?
I don't know.
You know, I am not giving up.
I have spent 18 months of my life loving that man. I've given him everything he could possibly want. I am not giving it all up just for this one night.
Now, what do you intend doing?
I don't know, but I do know that I am too close and I have worked too damn hard to give all up now.
You know, I used to think
Well, I'm not like you.
Ray, if Jillian and Frank are together, I really doubt that there's anything either one of us can do about...
You expect me to just give up, to just forget all the work I've done to get him to marry me. Well, I can't and I won't. I love him. I have taught him to love me. He does love me now, and I'm not giving up on all of that.
You may have to.
No, I don't have to. First time I met him, he was with Jill, and I knew then that it wouldn't be easy, but I also knew that I could do it, and I did. I made him into a political ally. I made him into my friend, and then I made him into my lover, and he forgot about her. He left her, and he will leave her again. I will see to that. I will make him do that. And this time it'll be a lot easier, and it'll be for good, because now he knows what I have to offer him, and he'll come back to me. You see, he will come back.
Listen, I wish you all the luck in the world. I just don't want to see Jillian hurt. And he will. Whether Jill stays with me or not, Frank Ryan is no good for her.
Well, she's no asset to him, and he saw that once, and he'll see it again. I promise you, he'll... I just can't give him up.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be better in the morning.
Maybe so. Come on.
Paul has found the perfect woman. There's just one problem. He's engaged to her cousin. Jason Lee, Julia Stiles, and Selma Blair star in the Sunday night movie, A Guy Thing. Sunday night at 8 on SoapNet.